Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do kind of an off-the-cuff video. I was out in my backyard, our local trails here, just kind of some on our property, off our property riding. But I thought I'd do a video on, the top reasons or top things I like about the 23 XMR1000 Renegade. Some of the things I don't like, some of the accessories I like, some of the accessories I don't like. So this just be kind of off the cuff, and we're just going to wing it and see how it goes. So things I really like about this bike: it is an absolute blast to ride. The power is phenomenal, especially with the exhaust and the tune from RVS Performance stage. I think it's a stage 3 tune. Yep. Power delivery is awesome. Handling's good. She's a little top heavy, but that's with those 30-inch cryptics, those tall tires. Probably wouldn't do any spacers because it barely fits in the toy hauler with the other units, so we'll have to keep it the same width. But yeah, I mean, those are the obvious things. I love the new headlights. They're super bright, especially when you're riding at night. No need for any upgrades there. Now, things that I'm not a fan of, I just mentioned the cryptids. I'm not a fan of the cryptids. Especially for the type of riding we do in the trail situation. I've got them aired down to 6 psi, and it still rides pretty rough, and that's with the suspension at the softest setting, which is really cool. You have like 3 different levels, 3-way valves on the suspension, so it does make it nice in that regard. Probably could lower them down a little bit, make the bike sit a little bit lower, but I haven't had any issues with bottoming out or anything like that, so we'll probably just leave that alone for right now. So things I don't like about the machine: storage. There is no storage space on it whatsoever. I did add a rack. Kind of hindsight, I would not buy that rack again. If you're a mud rider, nothing wrong with the quality of the rack. It's rigid. I mean, you can grab a hold of it. It's not going anywhere, but from a storage standpoint, it doesn't offer much in those lines. I mean, you can strap stuff to it, but probably better options out there for storage. The things that I really hate about the machine: when I got the machine, and for Can-Am's flagship priced out four-wheeler, probably the most expensive four-wheeler on the market, the fit and finish sucks. I mean, and it's even getting worse. You can see this gap back here. It just keeps sagging and sagging, and guys are like, well, it's the exhaust is too hot. This thing is tuned, the fan kicks on at like 180 or 185, something like that. Machine rarely gets over 190 degrees. But if you look up underneath, there's not much for heat shield. There's some heat shield tape, and that fender just keeps sagging and sagging. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but it is what it is. Other things I hate about it: the coverage for just general trail riding mud. I mean, it's not ideal. I know this is a mud racing bike, but if you want to get covered in mud, this is definitely the machine for you, because it throws mud everywhere. You look down here in the footwells, they just fill up with mud. So there's that. Accessories that I probably wouldn't do again: I know I mentioned the rack, definitely wouldn't do that. To go with something with some storage solutions, and that's just for me, my opinion on that. It's a good rack, don't get me wrong. The RJWC taillights, probably would not do those again, just from a price standpoint. The undercarriage stuff I did, the trailing arm guards, the rear diff guard, rear skid plate, the front A-arm guards. If you're trail riding and you got to go over rocks and sticks and things like that, I would recommend them. They don't hold as much mud as I thought they would. So, but if I was a mud rider, I probably would not put those on. Or I know I definitely would not put those on. As far as the winch goes, works great. It is a steel cable, so that's another disappointing aspect of the machine. Why it doesn't come with a synthetic cable, I'm not sure. We'll probably end up swapping that out at some point. We'll just keep an eye on it. We don't have to use it that much. I mean, the 4-wheel drive works great. But the other accessories I got from OMD: the shifter, purely for aesthetics; the gas cap, Supposedly does seal a little better. The bar riser, it does look good, but I'm a tall guy, so getting those bars up another 1.5 inches, 2 inches makes a big difference for me. So I would definitely buy those again. And the bottom line, the question is, would you buy, or would I buy a Renegade again? And the answer is, I would not buy this machine again. Don't get me wrong. It's a great machine and it does what it's supposed to do very, very well. But for trail riding, predominantly trail riding, the Outlander is far superior in my opinion. You don't lose that much in the powerhouse from an 850 to a 1000. You can get an Outlander in a 1000 XXC if you gotta have that big power plant. But as far as our style riding, this machine I would not buy again. And I wouldn't have said that until I rode Squirrel's 570 XMR Outlander, and the ride is night and day difference. So much more plush. You got the storage on the back, the storage trunk, and that would definitely be the route I would go if I was in the market to buy another ATV. So guys, that's just a quick nitty gritty on the Renegade. If you have any questions, hit me up on my email, squatchreloading@gmail.com. If you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications. But until next time, God bless.